everybody. It's me, Jacob Reacts, and I'm here with... You need to say who you are, you know that, right?
I'm his friend who has no name because I don't care about my name. Well, I do like my name, but I am no child, and that's how I will go on from now.
I'm just gonna say what your name so it's easier. Alright?
Okay.
So his name's Chris. And what's your YouTube channel name? The kid who still plays Super Mario 64?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so because I had checked my subscriptions and I saw something like that, so I figured probably you.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to be reacting to Redditor's Entitled Parents Karen vs. Cruise Ship. There's, I think 3 stories on it. Yeah. I haven't seen this. You haven't either, right?
No.
Actually, no. This was released just a few days ago.
No wonder I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Alright. So, let's get on with it.
What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Now, today I've got a couple of fantastic entitled parent stories for you. But just a quick word of warning, as you can probably hear, I've been away for the past few days. My voice is a bit screwed. We're going to get through this, though, because today's first story is absolutely amazing. I read it, and I couldn't not narrate it. It's a banger. It's all about an entitled Karen that just leaves her kid behind and gets on a cruise. Not telling anyone, just does it for the sake of it, because why not? And I know my voice is a little bit dodgy, but I have to read this story. Here we go. A short time does not mean you can go on a cruise.
Yeah, she abandoned her children just to go on a cruise. Serious. Oh my god. Oh, why? Just why? Why? Why do people do this?
Sorry, little Billy, but you can't go on this cruise ship. So I'm going to leave you behind for the next maybe...
With your father, who has no clue on what he's doing. And, yeah, I'm just going to go on a cruise ship for like 5 days.
So, yeah.
Well, let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen.
This story happened about 10 years ago when I was married to my second and last wife, now my ex-wife. I am a chef and she worked retail. We weren't rich, but we were doing well for ourselves. We each owned our own car and we shared all our money equally. It didn't matter who made more than the other. We were married, so everything was equal. She wanted to take some classes, and instead of working her retail job, she would babysit for extra income, and I was all for it. If that's what made her happy, go for it. After she got settled with her classes, we put out ads for her babysitting side job. I know that what she was offering for the price was much lower than daycares, by a lot, but she wasn't in it for the money. She just loves kids. She took on 3 kids, a 4-year-old boy, an 8-year-old girl.
Sorry, I have seen this. This one I have.
Mr. Clean Clean Freak delivers the power of a deep clean in minutes. For a deep clean in minutes, get Mr. Clean Clean Freak.
Alright, let's do
What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Now, in today's Entitled Parents video, I've got an incredible story to tell you. Graduation is a pretty big thing. As you can see from the thumbnail, I graduated a couple of years ago. It was a great day. All my mates were there from uni, and of course, my family were there to celebrate as well. A really enjoyable occasion. However, in today's first story, OP is not as fortunate as I was, because her mum pretty much just ruined the entire day. My mother ruined my graduation party. This happened a few years ago, but I was browsing Reddit and thinking about my mum, so I thought I would post this. This story is about me, an 18-year-old female at the time, my dad, and my mum. They've been divorced for a very long time, My senior year, I was taking dual courses in college, so I was not that excited about my high school graduation. My dad and stepmom decided that they were going to throw me a small graduation party to celebrate. It was very small. Only my grandma and siblings were invited. It was more like a barbecue, to be honest. But I had no idea it was happening because they wanted to surprise me. My father reached out to my mother and told her that they were going to have a small thing for me and that she was welcome to come. My mother, though, became outraged that I did not call and personally invite her. She called me one night and screamed at me for a solid hour. Here is part of the conversation. Hey, Mum, what's up? Why didn't you invite me to your party? What party? Your graduation party. Don't act like you don't know.
Let's just talk about two things. One, I really like how he does the voice for the entitled mothers and that. And two, that could be a reason why you weren't invited, woman.
Yeah, seriously. Have you ever come to your child's graduation party and then your child's like, oh, hi, Mom, and you're going to be like, excuse me, why did you invite me to your party? And then they're like, oh my God, you know which party? You know which party I'm talking about? You know which party? Like, I don't know what party. I don't know what party you're talking about.
Oh my God. Alright, we're not even a minute into this and we're already making each other laugh so hard. Like a minute into this video. Alright, let's just continue.
Not having a graduation party. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't you lie to me. I know you're having a party, and I want to know why you hate me so much. This is your graduation. I should be there. Mum, seriously, all I know about is the ceremony. And as far as I know, you've already been given an invitation. Fine, I won't come, but I just want you to know I care about you, and it hurts to know you don't care about me. I was upset and went to go and talk to my dad about it. He said that he was sorry, but my stepmom and him were planning a surprise party. He invited her to be nice, but didn't think she would react like that. So it wasn't a surprise anymore, but I was happy for the thought. A few days later was the graduation.
That sucked. It was supposed to be a surprise party, and the mother just completely ruined it.
Seriously, the mom just came along and was like, you know what party I'm talking about? Don't be stupid. You know what party? And then the child goes to his dad, like, Dad, what party? And it's like, oh, it was supposed to be a surprise. It's like, oh. So I don't even get the surprise anymore.
Yeah. The only surprise you get to know is that your mother is a complete whack job.
Yeah, that's the only surprise you're going to get.
But I don't think it'd be a surprise, so...
Ceremony. After the ceremony, I met up with everyone up front for pictures in my cap and gown. My mum had purposefully dragged mascara down her cheek to make it look like she'd been sobbing. I knew it was on purpose, because not only does she have a waterproof mascara, but her makeup was perfect despite the little bit running down her face. We took pictures, and she refused to smile in any of them. She made sure that every picture she was in, she frowned as hard as she could and scrunched up her face. She looked like a toddler having a tantrum. She decided to not even go to the party afterwards. She did, however, call me every 20 minutes to express how left out of my life she felt. It was not a large party. It was fun, and I have many smiling pictures of my dad and me.
Wow. That is a selfish mother.
You're going to take your mascara and run it down your face to act like you're all boo-hoo.
And it's waterproof, too. And it's waterproof mascara.
So pretty much all you're accomplishing here for yourself is making yourself look like an absolute lunatic and a freaking moron. You know, be like, is this waterproof or not?
Yeah.
Before you act all entitled child crybaby on the internet or for a graduation party, maybe check that mascara is waterproof. And don't frown so hard that little face is probably frowning so
mean, goodness me, if you're going to call OP every 20 minutes, you might as well have gone to the party. You're pretty much there already, woman. What the heck? I mean, seriously, though, it's so embarrassing ruining someone else's, your own daughter's graduation, just because you're a little bit unhappy at the situation. I mean, first of all, there's that, crowding in pictures, dragging your mascara down your face, acting sad when you're not really, you're just trying to ruin someone's day. And secondly, then ruining the surprise when you know it's a surprise because OP's dad would almost definitely have told you it's a surprise. Why? Why are you going out of your way to just ruin your own child's day on a pretty important day for them? Graduation's a big thing. Come on, what are you doing? Seriously, woman. Now moving on to our next post. No, Karen, I won't let you take my steak. So last year was my mum's 60th birthday. With lockdown, we couldn't do a big party, but instead I did a social distance meal for her, my dad, and me. She wanted a steak dinner with all the trimmings. I went down to the supermarket a few days beforehand. Said supermarket has these specially cut steaks in vacuum packs, and a deal of 3 for £10. I was choosing steaks and noticed a woman close by doing the same and picking up several. I took my 3, put them in my trolley, and moved on. I went along, got the remainder of my list, then thought of getting wine. I moved away from my trolley whilst choosing. When I turned back, that customer from before was leaning over my trolley. Hi, this is my trolley, you know? Oh, I know, I'm just taking one of your steaks. What? I chose those. You were there too. I saw you pick some up. Right, but I got 14 and I need one more. What? I have 3. You're not taking one of mine. I deliberately pulled my trolley away from her at this point. You have to. I need it for the multi-deal. And I need it to feed 3 people. No. She's red in the face by now. I'll go and get the manager then. Go ahead. She runs off and I finish choosing my wine. 5 minutes later, I'm waiting to get checked out when the lady comes over with the manager. She stood back with this smug look I could see through her mask while the manager came over. Mom, this lady says you stole one of her steaks. Is that true? No. I picked up 3 at the freezer, and later on I found her leaning over my trolley, and she said she'd take one. She said she needs it for the multi-deal. The manager sighs. I knew it. She does this. I'm sorry to trouble you. Enjoy your day. You too. Good luck with her. The manager sighed again and walked away. As I checked out, I saw him guiding her away from the till points. A few minutes later, I heard a security to the meat aisle announcement as I was leaving. The steaks were lovely, but not worth stealing from someone else's trolley. My God, 15 steaks? Who are you feeding? An entire village? Seriously, why get 15 for the multi-deal? Why not just settle on, 12? Let other people have a couple of steaks as well? This guy is just getting 3. I mean, seriously, you're stealing from his trolley when he has 3 and you have 14? Wow. Wow, any of you ever bought over 14 steaks? I mean, even if you're doing a barbecue, for a lot of people, you wouldn't need that many steaks. You get burgers, sausages, other stuff as well, surely. Not 14 steaks. 15 steaks you wanted. Jesus.
Why? Seriously, why? I really don't understand people. This is why I think animals are better company.
Shopping cart just to get freaking 50
for a multi-deal. Yeah. You could have either A, just dealt with the 14, or B, if there was others there, pick another one, or C, just put them all back.
Yeah, isn't it? Seriously, this is the Karen's logic. Alright.
I can just imagine in my head, what she looks like, just a typical Karen. The ideal Karen, with the Karen haircut, Karen face, Karen body, all that. That's how I imagine that one.
And the manager, seriously, the manager, you're just making...
That's typical Karen stuff. Let me speak to the manager. Why don't we speak to your brain? Oh wait, you don't have one, so we can't speak to it.
Oh.
Burn.
Karen, really? You're going to try and steal my steak from all things? Seriously, can you not just go somewhere else and pick up another steak?
I know.
Wow! Now moving on to our final story of today's episode. Karen insults my wedding ring to my face. First of all, some backstory. When I first met the man who became my husband, we were not well off. He moved across the country to come and live with me and had not a penny to his name. He proposed to me without a ring, which I was perfectly okay with. It was incredibly romantic. He actually popped the question spontaneously, and it's still one of the happiest days of my life. He promised me when he was better off financially, he would buy any ring that I wanted. A while after our engagement, the day came where he surprised me by taking me to a jewelry store. He had saved a $5,000 budget, plus a little wiggle room for some credit if needed. He told me to go nuts. It was so fun and romantic.
My hygienist cleans with a round head. So does my Oral-B. My hygienist personalizes my cleaning. So does my Oral-B.
Oral-B delivers the wow sensation of a professional clean feel every day.
I tried on dozens of rings. Diamonds, platinum bands, lesser gemstones, etc. Then I saw a set of steel, titanium rings. They were originally designed for the grooms, not for the brides, but I'd never been a big diamond fan, and I preferred simple flat rings to mounted stones. I ended up falling in love with a super simple black titanium ring with angled grooves. It was gorgeous. It was exactly what I wanted. And, best of all, they were cheap, less than $200. My husband liked them too, so much that we got him a matching band. We decided to use them as both the engagement ring and the actual wedding ring. We had to special order them, as the jewelry store didn't stock our sizes on hand. I got a surprise when they arrived to find that my husband had requested engraving on the inside of mine. It said, "My precious." I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I love that ring to death. I wear it to this day, and it still makes me smile. So then, the story. This took place 7 years after I got married. I worked at a chain sandwich shop where we assembled the sandwiches in front of the customer. My store was next to a yoga studio, CrossFit training, and plastic surgeon's office. So we got our fair share of Karens and holier-than-thou rich people. It wasn't uncommon for somebody to drive up in a $100,000 sports car, toting a Prada bag and sunglasses that cost more than my rent. They almost always came in to order the most picky, complicated subs, then complain about the price. We were quite used to those kind of people. But this lady took the cake. Enter the entitled Karen and her bratty teenage daughter. They looked the part to a T. They proceeded to order the...
Yeah?
Let's just pause the video for a second, like you just did. First of all, did they just say they would complain about the price?
The price, yeah.
Oh, the price.
Yeah, even though they were so rich, had glasses richer, more expensive than the person's rent, $100,000, sports cars, all that, and they complain about like a $5 sub.
Not to mention, this has had nothing to do with the story, but I heard on a YouTube video that sometimes Karen complain, like it might just be from that video, it might just be made up, but apparently some Karens complain about there being one less side than they expected.
I know. Stuff like that can be annoying. Like, you're working completely fine. I even saw a story on here about somebody who had a stutter and was, like, the only one who was available, and a family got so mad that they're like, you need to find a better job for you to work. And, I mean, yeah, maybe being a waiter isn't a good, ideal job for somebody with a stutter, but still, that's what he wanted to do, that's what he wanted to do. And shouldn't have been made fun of. But again, if you have a stutter, maybe a waiter isn't ideal, but hey, I can't choose what jobs you choose to do, so.
Usual complicated, picky subs, asking tons of questions about the nutritional info of every item. To assemble the food, we wear clear plastic food service gloves. Because my ring is flush to my hand and won't rip the gloves, I had approval from the manager to wear it at work. While assembling this woman's sandwich, her teenage daughter notices my ring. "Oh, that's cute. Is that a promise ring?" "No, that's actually my wedding ring." Karen then scoffed loudly, "Are you serious?" Yes, it's both my engagement and wedding ring. It has been for several years. Karen looked me dead in the eyes and said, "You have a cheap husband." I balked at her comments, but tried to remain professional. "That may be your opinion, Mom, but I happen to like this ring. I picked it out myself. Honestly, managing to stay professional in that situation is something I could not do when being insulted like that. That is crazy, and to be completely honest, if that was me in that situation, screw my job. I'm going all out on this woman saying, 'How dare you say something like that to me about my ring?' Karen replied, 'Anyway, then you have a terrible taste in jewelry.' She then turned to her daughter. 'If your father had given me a ring that ugly, I would have left him on the spot. Make sure your future husband gets you a ring that at least has diamonds in it.' I was floored. I usually get a ton of compliments about my ring. I never expected someone to insult it, let alone straight to my face. I was so flabbergasted, I couldn't even continue working on her food. I excused myself and went into the back and told my co-worker to finish them up for me. I couldn't even stand to be around them. When I told my manager the whole story, he almost didn't believe me. We had to watch the security footage to prove it had actually happened. We never saw that entitled woman again. I'm glad she didn't come back. I still shake with rage every time I recount the story. I still have that ring on my hand today, and it's still the most beautiful, wonderful ring I could ever hope for. I love my husband very much. He's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and that matters far more than any jewelry. I mean, personally, guys, I've never really understood...
Oh my god. Seriously. Oh, we have any final remarks for all these stories? For the 3 stories we just heard?
Alright, let's help me on the basics. Karen's a jerk. Karen insult anything that intrigue their face. If it looks bad to them, they instantly go to insulted. Karen's will try and steal some steak from you because apparently steak is like worth millions now, so whatever.
Apparently.
And apparently, I can't think of anything else, so yeah, 3 things that are kind of basic things we learned from those 3 stories.
Yeah. My final remarks for these is like, Karens are bitches. But yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it for this video. Shout out to Redditor for the stories and all that. Special thanks to a kid who still plays Super Mario 64 for wanting to watch this.
A child who still plays Super Mario 64.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing, but please, it would be appreciated if you could at least check me out, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Please.
Anyway, thanks for watching. The credit goes out to Redditor for the stories, and see you next video. Bye.